Hi, it's good to be with you today. You can see behind me here, we're still collecting food for the food pantry. This is Food Pantry Month for us here at the Iowa Falls First United Methodist Church. We invite you to continue to, as you're at the grocery store, pick up a few extra items and bring them to the church. It is such a need in our community, and we thank you for all that you have already brought, and we thank you for what you will yet bring. But in fact, we could use food all the time, not just in special months, and we invite you to do that as well. And just a reminder that there will be no Lenten study tomorrow night, Thursday night. Another meeting has come up, but on the next Thursday we will meet again and go through Adam Hamilton's book on the Lord's Prayer and look at 2 chapters instead of 1. And in our Lenten series, we continue to be looking at the Lord's Prayer, trying to find some deeper meaning to it, trying to find it a place where it will change our lives. This week it is, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Or if you have a different tradition, forgive us our debts as we forgive the debts of others. Or forgive us our sins as we forgive the sins of others. All 3 translations, all 3 words, sins, debts, and transgressions, are good words, meaningful words for us as we talk about forgiveness. They're also all some form of violation, right? Some form of violation to God, to ourselves, and to others. We ask forgiveness. Forgiveness is essential to the life and the ministry of Jesus. He healed people simply by forgiving people. Forgiveness is essential to our lives with one another. And I can tell you this, right? That even in this country of freedoms, you will never know freedom if you do not know forgiveness. Forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is a freedom that only comes through God. Forgiveness, we could say, is a letting go. It's a releasing of things. It lightens our load to the place, to a point that we can then become one another and closer to God. Forgiveness is this freedom from that guilt and shame that we all hold when we fall short of the great commandment of loving God and others with all our heart and soul and mind. It's the guilt and shame that comes from not fulfilling the great requirement of loving kindness, doing justice, and walking humbly. Forgiveness that God gives us in that is a freedom that allows us to be who God intends for us to be. Forgiveness of others is also a freedom that we can be in a deeper relationship with one another. We've all been hurt. We've all been punished. We've all have had pain at the hands of others. Forgiveness is a letting go of that, of letting go of our right to vengeance or our right to punish somebody else. It's a letting go and a finding of freedom in which we can then love more fully. If we don't let go of all those rocks, of all that heaviness that we carry around with, we will never really be free to love God and love one another. So our meditation for you to think about, what is it that you need to let go of? What particular guilt or shame have you been holding on to for so long that weighs you down, that keeps you from loving God fully? What resentment do you hold against somebody else that keeps you from loving somebody else? What is it that weighs you down that you need to let go? I pray you find the freedom and that you find the peace. And we'll see you next week.